The basic elements of pest prevention and control are exclusion, restriction, destruction, and monitoring. Preventing insects from gaining access to buildings can be a very difficult task, especially when considering their minute size and the vast number of different species. Flying insect pests can be prevented from gaining access to buildings by fitting fly screens to windows and doors. Crawling insects, such as the black garden ant, will be entering buildings by much more covert means. Gaps below doors, weepholes and air vents are all possible access points, and each has its own special proofing requirements. The primary requirement for restricting insect activity inside a building is good hygiene management. Most pests will only take up residence inside if there is a readily available food supply and a suitable harbourage. So, regular cleaning of spilt food, covering and the regular removal of waste from buildings, and the storage of edible items in sealed containers are all vital elements of restricting pest activity. Killing insects can be done using insecticides or physical means such as electronic fly killers. Insecticides are chemicals that kill insects or interfere with their development, thus preventing them from reaching a sexually mature form. Insecticides can be applied as a bait, whereby the pests ingest the poison during feeding, or they can be applied as a spray or dust into the environment so that the pest picks up the active ingredient as it moves around. The type of insecticide chosen will depend on the pest species to be controlled, the premises, and the location of the infestation within the premises. We take great care when using insecticides to ensure that everyone on the site is protected from the risks of exposure to the chemicals used. Electronic fly killers, or EFKs, are employed to attract and catch flying insects. EFKs work on the principle that most insects are attracted to ultraviolet light. Rentokil fly killers are fitted with fluorescent tubes that emit UV light and a sticky board where flies are trapped and held. Fly killers are generally used to catch flying insects that have entered premises in spite of the proactive measures put in place to exclude them. They also act as a means of monitoring for pest insects, and catch counts can be used to indicate failings in the proofing or housekeeping measures already in place. Monitoring for insect activity is a very important part of any pest control program. Not only does it give an early warning that unwanted pests may have gained access to a premises, it also gives information on the type of insect, the numbers involved, and the distribution of the pests. All of these are vitally important when planning and carrying out the necessary control measures. Rentokil uses a variety of monitoring tools, including sticky traps, pheromone traps, and moth pots. Following the Rentokil approach of exclusion, restriction, destruction, and monitoring will ensure that insect pests do not pose a risk to your premises or livelihood.